Okay, here we go. I finally got my chat up on my screen. I never really bothered about it because um why did I never really bother about it? Because nobody's watching my stream. Nobody's no no hey somebody's gonna watch it eventually. I know it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna watch a video today. We're gonna play Sekiro, of course. I didn't know this game was gonna be this good. And then what else do I want to do? I want to watch this YouTube video. So I'll put this one on the screen here for all of us. Oh, and oh, it just started the game. I didn't even click play, and it just. Okay, well, we'll be playing that in a second. Here, let me open this screen, and then also this screen. Okay, cool. And so, the one that I want to watch is this one.
Frederick Douglass.
Look at this. This is crazy, guys. Guys, all of you viewers of mine, every last every last one guy person, me. I'm gonna watch this video by myself. Like
Today, we're talking about why Hawaiians are jumping into the ocean to save themselves from being burnt alive. Little man Tory Lane's getting locked up for 10
I heard
years
about this Tory Lanez thing a while ago.
Barstool Sports being sold back is such a massive deal for the industry, and Ohio voters overwhelmingly fought back. We're going to talk about all that and so much more in today's brand new Philip
Okay, see, there's like this
daily
whole.
dive into
I
the
can
news.
move
But
this
first,
around.
this is your friendly reminder that you only have 36
I feel like
hours
a
left if
professional all
you
of
want
a
to get 30%
sudden.
off brand new beautifulbastard.com.
I bought
You
this.
can click the link in the
I
description
already.
tab right
I
now,
didn't
or
buy
use
any of
the
this.
QR
I'm
code. So grab
fucking
yourself some
around.
summer
I'm
awesome
copying
while you
someone
can.
else that I
We got a
saw
lot of
say
news
that.
to talk about today, so let's just jump
And I'm
into
just.
it.
I'm
Starting
trolling.
with, if you haven't seen
Because
the
I don't
videos
even know
coming out
how
of
that works.
Hawaii
Beautiful
right now, they are
bastards.
downright apocalyptic. With a whole
Okay, see, I have to remember I have to pause the video if I want to talk, because otherwise we're just going to be talking over each other. And then I got to put the audio down. I think you'll still be able to hear it, but I've been watching Philip DeFranco for a long time. I used to be on YouTube back in like 2011, so I feel like that's when I started watching him. He's been around for a while. He's a pretty cool guy.
Hawaiian island of Maui getting burned to the ground by unprecedented wildfires. We've got so much dry brush and low humidity mixing to form this powder keg, and once lit, it grew out of control, partly because of Hurricane Dora. As while passing 500 miles to the south, it whipped up winds reaching over 60 miles per hour that helped spread the flames across the island. And it also...
Wait, Hurricane Dora? Dora the Explorer? What? That's the name of the hurricane? Okay, so is it like some kind of Spanish translation thing that's going on here where, you know, I don't know, man. It's interesting because he's going to be talking about Tampa here in a second, Hillsborough County Schools. So, and Romeo and Juliet. I think that's very interesting. Let's keep watching.
knocking out power, rattling...
I did watch up to like this, but I think being on camera and reacting, I'm picking up on a lot of stuff that I didn't pick up before. I think I watched it up to here. Yeah, I didn't watch this PragerU thing. I heard him talk about Romeo and Juliet, so we're going to get there.
Grounding firefighting helicopters. And as of early Wednesday, over 14,000 people in Maui were reportedly without power, and the downed power lines as well as fallen trees are blocking fire trucks from reaching inland blazes. And so with all that, you have Acting Governor Sylvia Luke issuing an emergency proclamation, activating the Hawaiian National Guard to fight this thing. And we've seen them working tirelessly to save Lahaina.
Hey, wait, every 10 seconds I have to do some kind of input here. Otherwise, I'm trolling. It doesn't fucking matter if I say something or not.
A tourist town with a population of 12,000 on the northwest tip of Maui, with much of it now utterly destroyed, and shocking videos showing a terrifying wall of fire ripping through Front Street, which is the heart of the town's economy. You also had the Coast Guard saying that it rescued at least a dozen people who jumped into the ocean to escape the smoke and flame.
Holy crap, can you imagine? Yo, that's like straight up hell, dude. Yo, look at that shit. Holy crap. Dude, you are in the water. Yo, there's shit underneath you, behind you, on all sides, and there's fire? Man, at least you're not burning. Shit, dude. That's crazy.
Meanwhile, we're seeing others who weren't so lucky being airlifted to hospitals on the other islands to treat their burns. And this is more residents are looking to escape before it's too late, but now traffic is clogged as cars are all pouring onto the roads at once to evacuate. And then in West Maui, 911...
Yeah, I can move this too, down. No, I'll move it back up so it fits the screen better. This is the title of the video and everything.
services were down, with officials telling residents to call the police department directly. And with all this, to pull back, it is too early to get any clear sense of deaths, property damage, or evacuees. Though there, several shelters have opened, and the largest reportedly contains more than 1,000 people. But after all of this eventually simmers down, the question remains, how much is going to be left to go back to? And then Tory Lane.
Damn, that's rough. Well, it's Hawaii, so they can always rebuild, you know? Obviously, I've never been to Hawaii, but I see Hawaii as like a destination of the dreams, you know? So, I don't think Hawaii's, I mean, obviously, it's tough, and I don't know anybody over there, and I hope everyone's okay and everyone's safe, and nobody has gotten critically injured or anything like that. I don't know. I don't think he mentioned that. I don't think he said anybody suffered. What did he say over here?
To fight this thing. And we've seen them working tirelessly to save Lahaina, a tourist town with a population of 12,000 on the northwest tip of Maui, with much of it now utterly destroyed, and shocking videos showing a terrifying wall of fire ripping through Front Street, which is the heart of the town's economy. You also had the Coast Guard saying that it rescued at least a dozen people who jumped into the ocean to escape the smoke and flames. Meanwhile, we're seeing others who weren't so lucky being airlifted to hospitals on the other islands to treat.
Okay, yeah, so those, damn, dude.
Burns. And this is more residents are looking to escape before it's too late, but now traffic is clogged as cars are all pouring onto the roads at once.
Oh, so we don't know.
And then in West Maui, 911 services were down, with officials telling residents to call the police department directly. And with all this, to pull back, it is too early to get any clear sense of deaths, property damage.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
So there, several shelters have opened, and the largest reportedly contains more than 1,000.
Damn.
All of this eventually simmers down. The question remains, how much is going to be left to go back to? And
that's
then
crazy.
Tory Lanez
That's crazy.
is going to prison for 10 years.
Wait, how little is Tory Lanez? Hold on. Tory Lanez height. How tall is this guy? Oh, he's shorter than me! Wait, no. Oh, 5 feet 3 inches, and he weighs 120 pounds. Yeah, he's like, that's basically, he's not that much shorter than me. He's shorter than me by like 1 inch. Oh, the real height, it says the real height is 5 foot. Wait, that's not 5'6". It's 5'4" right here. What the? Anyway, he is little, like me.
The sentence coming down yesterday after he was found guilty back in December, and all of that connected to him shooting Megan Thee Stallion back in 2020. And that sentence coming down after an emotional statement from Meg, who actually didn't attend the hearing to read it herself, instead having her attorneys do so because she simply couldn't bring herself to be in a room with Tory again. Since I was viciously shot by the defendant, I have not experienced a single day of peace. Slowly but surely, I'm healing and coming back, but I will never be the same. And prosecutors have been seeking for Tory to get a 13-year sentence.
So what happened here was Tory Lanez made a public announcement that Meg Thee Stallion was actually a transsexual man. Now, it turns out that wasn't true, as far as I know. I haven't done the research on this. It's just a very surface level introduction to the topic here, but as you can see in the background here, he was sentenced. Let's go ahead and play the video.
With that, claiming that he used misinformation to launch a campaign to humiliate and re-traumatize Meg. But on the other side, you had his attorneys arguing he should just be given probation and instead be sentenced to a substance abuse program, saying in a memo that assuming the allegations are true, his psychological, physical, and childhood trauma were a factor in the commission of the offense. And Tory,
I can relate with that, you know. I mean, I think we all have trauma, and but that doesn't excuse shooting somebody. That's just absolutely crazy.
Himself speaking yesterday and telling the judge, I'm standing in front of you as a father to a 6-year-old who needs me every step of the way.
I understand that for sure. I have a 4-year-old. There's been this misconception about me being this monster, not having remorse. That's just not true. That night, everyone was drunk. I said things I shouldn't have said. The victim was my friend. I still care about her. We both lost mothers. We'd sit there and drink until we felt numb. Everything I did wrong that night, I'd take responsibility for. Fair enough. But can you take back all the damage? You know, you can't really. So you got to kind of equivalent exchange here. You know what I mean? 10 years. I think that's fair, bro. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. 10 years is not a short amount of time. So, damn.
This misconception about me being this monster, not having remorse, that's just not true. I truly am just trying to be a better person. If you allow me the chance, I'll prove that choice makes sense. But in the end, the judge gave him 10 years. Likely because the I want to be a good dad stuff was outweighed by the reports that on the day of the incident, as Megan began walking away, she heard
that's crazy.
Dance bitch, and he began shooting a 9mm pistol at her feet, injuring her so that she dropped to the ground and crawled to safety, firing 5 shots at Megan, who then was just on the ground.
Oh, he kept going after she was on the damn, bro.
Bleeding in a random driveway. So with this, while you still had some people defending Tory Lanez, you had a lot of people calling this a victory for black women. You've also seen op-eds popping up saying those things. And it makes sense because, well, understandably, there is a conversation about the incarceration of black men. Really, one of the biggest stories here was how the world treats violence against black women. Right? Meg Thee Stallion's one of the biggest stars in the world, and you saw people just spewing so much misinformation online, which also really makes me wonder how many of the people that were carrying Tory's water, like the people that are news, who were reporting and then deleting blatantly false allegations, like, I wonder if there's going to be lawsuit. Violence against her and harassment that followed, like, not everyone would have been able to survive that. With all that said, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, defamation of character and all this other stuff. Tough woman right there.
Regarding Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. And then, in huge business, gambling, and sports news, we got to talk about what just went down with ESPN, Penn Entertainment, and Barstool Sports. Because it's got a lot of people cheering and a lot of people ringing on.
I saw this on the trending page, and it's pretty interesting.
Alarm bells. Because Penn Entertainment just sold Barstool Sports back to Dave Portnoy, the guy that started the whole thing.
This is the guy that would go around with the pizza, I think, if I remember correctly, and do reviews of the pizzas. And, I mean, it was great stuff. He would go to, like, different pizza restaurants all across the country, United States.
And that is Penn inked its own sports betting deal with ESPN, with Portnoy putting out an announcement video yesterday saying he never plans on selling the company again, and in that video having nothing but positive things to say about Penn Entertainment, but explaining that logistically it just didn't work. Or saying they had big ideas of how to grow together, with Penn being a major casino and gambling company, and with that you had things like Barstool Sportsbook, but because of its ties to Barstool, Penn started facing scrutiny from regulators, with Dave explaining.
And we underestimated just how tough it is for myself and Barstool to operate in a regulated world where gambling regulators, the New York Times, Business Insider hit pieces with the stock price every time.
It's always some political bullshit, basically, is what he's saying. It's always some political ass bullshit.
We did something, it was one step forward, 2 steps back. We got denied licenses because of me, you name it.
And with that saying, the regulated industry is probably not where Barstool and its content belongs.
For the first time in forever, we don't have to watch what we say, how we talk, what we do. It's back to the pirate ship.
And when you look at this story,
let's go.
Jaw-dropping what a massive win this whole situation has been for Portnoy. Or like, it's not a Mark Cuban selling broadcast.com for $5.7 billion to Yahoo sort of historic, but it's still huge. Because for some background here, Penn first got a stake in Barstool a few years ago and then gained full control earlier this year for over $500 million. Whereas Dave joined
Wait, what company?
Years ago, sort of historic, but it's still huge. Because for some background here, Penn first got a stake in Barstool a few years ago.
Oh, a stake. I was like, wait, stake? Bought? Barstool? What was going on here? Okay, no. He had a stake in Barstool. Okay.
Earlier this year for over $500 million. Whereas Dave joined the 9-figure club, and now he's essentially bought the company back for nothing. With outlets reporting that The Verge said the Penn sold it back to him in exchange for certain non-compete and other restrictive covenants. Right, that, and if Portnoy decides to resell Barstool, even though he said he's not, Penn gets half of the deal. Which is some saying that it sounds like Dave paid $0 to get Barstool back by agreeing to sign non-competes and giving up to 50% of a future sale. And explaining,
this is textbook investment right here. What do? You buy the hype, you sell the news. What do? You buy when it's low, like he's doing right now, and you sell at the top. So good for him.
So Penn paid $500 million plus for Barstool and might give it back for free if Portnoy never sells. That's crazy. Though notably, you have other outlets like Variety reporting that financial details of Portnoy's buyback of Barstool weren't disclosed. Though notably, Portnoy himself has also seemed to suggest that he got it for nearly nothing. Writing a blog post this morning primarily focused on calling out his staffers for being late to the office, but writing, "No wonder Penn gave it back to me for pennies on the dollar." And so with all of that, you also have Barstool fans so incredibly happy, especially as they've been angry about a number of things, including certain employees that have been fired. But now with Dave back in control, you saw some rehiring. But on the other end, you have people going, this ESPN situation is sketchy. Because Penn is now working with ESPN, and it's going to be rebranded ESPN bet, with Penn reportedly set to pay ESPN a total of $2 billion over the next 10 years in exchange for the media market bet. With Penn reportedly set to pay ESPN a total of $2 billion over the next 10 years in exchange for the media marketing and branding of this venture. And ESPN Bet reportedly set to launch this fall in 16 states where Penn already has sports betting licenses. So with this, we've seen a number of people in the space.
I don't really understand this.
Conflict of interest, pointing out things like in the past, you've had people that actually work for sports books speculating about things that were going to.
I wasn't paying attention.
People like where they were going to be drafted.
But I'm not gonna go back.
People could bet on with the sports books. Right?
Not really that interested in this.
And that sports book likely made a ton of money because of that reporting. So what happens when ESPN, the biggest sports news company out there in the world, has a connection to sports betting? Right? Can you trust that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Especially with all the gambling and everything that's going on right now. Yeah, it's a really good point. Especially for ESPN, they're a big company.
Content creation in the sportsbook aspect. And this, as social media companies like the website formerly known as Twitter, is paying people for engagement. Where you just throw out some bogus information or speculative bullshit, you get people commenting, boom, you get paid. But with all of this happening in the space, I gotta ask, what are your thoughts here? And then, now, who hasn't felt the effects of the cost?
What are my thoughts here? My thoughts are that if these people, I have no idea if I'm talking out of my ass right now, and I don't give a fuck, okay? These hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. Like, bro, you know how many products you can manufacture with that shit? Like, why are you trying to be a vampire and suck the life out of people? Why? Like, oh yeah, let's just press buttons on a screen and let's just get the dopamine going, and then what? And then what? And then you lose all your fucking money, dude. You lose, and then all your relationships are crap. Yo, I mean, good luck. XQC, you got this. And so that's what I got to say about that. If they would just take all this hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, to repurpose and provide a service, think about that. That would be some groundbreaking shit, right? Nobody thought about that. That's just like, nobody can talk about that. We can't say that out loud. Let's not say anything because, gambling is not addicting and it can actually help you or something like that. Come on.
In recent years. And with credit cards, personal loans, and medical bills, it's too easy to fall into or just further into debt. How many of you wish there was another solution for paying off your debt? Well, thanks to today's sponsor, PDS.
There you go. See, this is what I like. I like the responsibility of this guy right here. I think he has children and all this other stuff. So, definitely, I think this is pretty dope. PDS stands for Purity Debt Solutions. Okay. I thought it standed for Philip DeFranco Show Debt.com. I was like, yo, this guy's a smart man. Now he's loaning money. I mean, it's not a bad move. I think you should consider it.
Interest options for anyone struggling right now. Right? If you're making payments every month on your debt and your balances aren't going down, listen up. PDS Debt rolls all your payments into one low 0% interest monthly payment. And everyone with over $10,000 or more in debt qualifies. And get this, there is no minimum credit score required. You can pay off your debt in a fraction of the time, saving thousands in interest and fees. And PDS Debt is giving you beautiful bastards a free debt savings analysis just for completing the 30-second online debt assessment at pdsdebt.com/DeFranco. Yeah, you'll receive a full breakdown on how to save on interest each month and the quickest way to take care of your debt. So just go to pdsdebt.com/DeFranco and get your quick and easy debt assessment today. It's time to take back control of your life and live for you, not your debt. And then
not your debt
is woke leftist garbage. Or at least that's the message coming out of Florida right now, where several school districts have dropped their plans to offer AP psychology courses this year. And that after state officials told superintendents they can only teach the course if material concerning sexual orientation and gender identity is removed. But with that,
yikes! Damn, I wonder what they have on there. What is it that they have that needs to be removed? The College Board, which runs the AP program responding to the class, will not be compliant with college requirements if these topics are removed, and that schools that do so cannot call the class advanced placement. Let's see if he gets into this.
That the College Board warned that if you took those materials out, the courses wouldn't be eligible for AP credit and couldn't use the AP label. And so what we saw was this sudden change a week before school was set to begin, throwing educators across the state for a loop. Because hundreds of schools have already enrolled thousands of students in these classes and hired faculty to teach them those classes, and now they're scrambling to figure out what to do, with the choices being to either give up the AP credit, risk violating state law, or finding some alternative.
What?
That charts a middle path between those two. And so far, we're seeing 8 of the 11 districts with the largest enrollments in the class switching to alternate courses, 2 still reportedly deciding, and only 1 keeping it.
But what is it that's on there, though?
And then psychology is woke leftist garbage. Or at least that's the message coming out.
Psychology is woke, leftist garbage. Interesting. Okay, so Carl Jung was full of shit. Is that what he's saying? There's no such thing as a subconscious mind. There's no such thing as like habits and patterns. Because like you get up and you think about brushing your teeth every morning. You just think about that shit, right? You actively think, yo, tomorrow when I wake up, I gotta brush my fucking teeth. Yeah, okay.
Out of Florida right now, where several school districts have dropped their plans to offer AP psychology courses this year. And that after state officials told superintendents they can only teach the...
I missed it.
Their plans to offer AP psychology courses this year. And that after state officials told superintendents they can only...
Florida officials told school superintendents Thursday that they may offer the class, but only if material concerning sexual orientation and gender identity is removed. Gotcha. Because of the Republican Florida right wing. Said William J. Bill Mumford III, chief executive of the Florida Association of Districts, who was on the call. He said districts were encouraged to teach a modified version of the class. It will no longer be considered AP if they don't take that out. I mean, is that really such a bad thing? What is it that's on there? I mean, I don't know if I want to comment on this. Florida officials told school superintendents Thursday that they may offer the class, but only if material concerning sexual orientation and gender identity is removed. Okay, so that's basically like saying, let's not talk about that in school. Is that such a bad thing? I mean, I don't know. I'm conflicted because I do think that education and information should be spread as openly and accessibly as possible to as many people as possible. But that's why we have the internet, isn't it? Like, are people still going to school? Like, why don't you just go on YouTube and, like, learn everything you need for free? Like, what?
Only teach the course if material concerning sexual orientation and gender identity is removed. But with that, the College Board warned that if you took those materials out, the courses wouldn't be eligible for AP credit and couldn't use the AP label. And so what we saw was this sudden change a week before school was set to begin, throwing educators across the state for a loop. Because hundreds of schools have already enrolled thousands of students in these classes and hired faculty to teach them those classes, and now they're scrambling to figure out what to do. With their choices...
Yo, where are the school playlists for YouTube, guys? All of the data and information and content is already on the website with, I mean, how many, obviously I don't know if it's all on there, but I'm pretty confident that we could come up with some kind of curriculum that just links to a bunch of other people's videos that educate people. I mean, like, what? That's like the future, isn't it? Right?
To either give up the AP credit, risk violating state law, or finding some alternative that charts a middle path between those two. And so far, we're seeing 8 of the 11 districts with the largest enrollments in the class switching to alternate courses, 2 still reportedly deciding, and only 1 keeping it. With this making AP Psych the second such course to be effectively banned by Florida after AP African American Studies earlier this year. And even within class...
What the fuck? What? Wait. What?
Switching to alternate courses, 2 still reportedly deciding, and only 1 keeping it. With this making AP Psych the second such course to be effectively banned by Florida.
Banned?
After AP African American Studies earlier this year.
African American Studies were banned by Florida? What the fuck?
Even within classes, educators are restricting content so as to not run afoul of state law. With, for example, Hillsborough County Public Schools only exposing students to pieces of Shakespeare rather than the whole text, reportedly because of sexual content. Right? Several of his plays use suggestive puns and innuendo and...
Okay. He covers so much information, it's almost overwhelming, but it's good to break down, so...
County Public Schools only exposing students to content so as to not run afoul of state law. With, for example, Hillsborough County Public Schools...
That's Tampa. This is where I almost kind of grew up. But here it is. Hillsborough County Schools curriculum restricts Shakespeare's plays due to sexual content. Okay, Romeo and Juliet, is that what?
To pieces of Shakespeare rather than the whole text, reportedly because of sexual content. Right? Several of his plays use suggestive puns and...
Oh, so now we're rewriting history. You can't look at the full history. You can only look at certain parts that we want you to see. Okay. Did you guys hear what happened in Alabama? I think that was really interesting.
innuendo, and it's implied that Romeo and Juliet had premarital sex. But what students are now being shown instead has actually become far more controversial. And that's because Florida's education department recently approved videos from PragerU, a conservative group co-founded by radio host Dennis Prager for use in the classrooms. Which, just to give you an idea of who these people are, one of their videos that has stirred up some uproar is a cartoon in which two children go back in time to interview Frederick Douglass, where he was an ex.
Yeah, okay, let me just tell you guys my 2 cents on PragerU. I've listened to his entire thesis on religion and his own way of thinking about it. And what I can say is, look, what you're talking about restricts independent thought. Okay? What are we supposed to be? Just a nation of sheep that never question anything? Because that's what he's telling us. He's telling us, look, you need to be an order follower. Yo, I'm not cool with that. That's not cool. We should always be able to question if the orders we are being given are good or not, and we should always be able to reject them.
Slave, an abolitionist who spearheaded the movement to end slavery leading up to the Civil War. Douglas, right? He was an ex-slave, an abolitionist who spearheaded the movement to end slavery leading up to the Civil War. And in the video of always pretending to be Douglas says that our founding fathers knew that slavery was evil and wrong, and they wanted to end it, but they just simply couldn't. With him explaining,
oh, this is the white guilt! Oh, I get it. Okay, this is like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool, guys. We don't want to feel this guilt anymore. Let's change the narrative, guys. You guys are taking over the narrative. If we let you continue to take over the narrative, where are we going to be? We're going to be second to you? Oh, no fucking way, dude. Oh, no way. We could never be second to you. Fuck that. What the hell, bro? We are all the fucking same, dude. Everyone is the same. I mean, I kind of want to take my color vision out of my eyes so that I see everything as like just straight up like all the same color, like monochromatic, you know? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Certainly not okay with slavery, but the founding fathers made a compromise to achieve something great, the making of the United States.
There should be, look, yo, what the, wait, he's trying to excuse, wait, what?
Ended it, but they just simply couldn't. With him explaining,
I'm certainly not okay with slavery.
Oh, I'm not. But he's gonna say but. I didn't even hear it the first time. But I know it already. He's gonna negate. Oh, let's see it again.
they wanted to end it, but they just simply couldn't. With him explaining,
I'm certainly not okay with slavery, but the founding
fathers. Okay, I'm not okay with slavery, but I am okay with slavery technically because I'm about to justify it right now. Come on, dude.
fathers made a compromise to achieve something great, the making of the United States.
A compromise. You call that a compromise? Yo, a fucking whip, bro. That's a compromise. Yo, what the fuck, bro? You never seen Roots, dog. You never seen Roots. Damn.
The system is wonderful, and the Constitution is a glorious liberty document.
with him finishing by advising kids to stay away from radical activists who aren't willing to work within the system and compromise. Then,
brother, compromise. Oh, that's great shit, dude. What is it? We don't negotiate with terrorists? Isn't that the whole thing? What do you call that? I mean, putting people in fear, making them feel like they're lesser than they really are. What do you call that? Isn't that terror as fuck?
Fast forward to the 20th century, and a video argues that MLK was replaced by pretenders like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, who turned the civil rights movement into an industry, if not a racket.
And what have these racketeers accomplished? A lot for themselves, and very little for their constituents. Racial gaps in income, education, and home ownership were narrowing in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. But after King was replaced as the spokesman for Black America by the likes of Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and others, these gaps began to widen in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s.
And those are just things with race and slavery, right? The videos span a range of topics from history and economics to science and religion, with nearly all of them pushing a right-wing, if not far-right perspective, sometimes even outright lies, like in their denial of climate change. But if you ask PragerU, they just claim that they're trying to introduce balance to the classroom by countering its supposedly dominant leftist ideology, and arguing that the state isn't forcing teachers to include this content in their curriculum, it just gives them and their districts the choice to use the videos as supplemental material. But even
Okay, so that's their defense against the allegations.
Dennis Prager himself said in a speech last month that it's true that he indoctrinates kids, arguing that it's not a bad thing. And with that, you have teachers fearing they can see parents are so-called...
Exactly what I'm talking about. I know his whole... I only have to listen to like 30 minutes of his speech, and I already understand what he's thinking. This guy is an order giver, order follower. This is a right brain, left brain imbalance. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's called freedom of thought. Okay? If you can't think an independent thought because someone else is making you think a certain way every time, that's called order giving. Okay? When someone gives you an order, you have to do this, and you can't question it, like the military or police, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Parental rights activists demanding that the school boards insert PragerU content into their curriculums. Now, as far as this school year, it's unclear whether any of the videos are actually going to make their way into the classrooms, but in the coming years, it looks like they may even spread outside of Florida, with PragerU's CEO saying 10 more states are in the process of granting the same approval. So, you know, just more fun culture wars in school. And then, democracy prevailed in Ohio last night, with voters overwhelmingly rejecting Issue 1, which is a ballot initiative that would have increased the number of votes needed to approve a constitutional amendment from 50% to a 60% supermajority, which would have made it so much harder to pass constitutional amendments, including one that's on the ballot this fall that aims to codify abortion protections, which is exactly why Republicans were forcing this last-minute special election, despite the fact that they literally had banned August elections mere months before because they knew and argued they have historically super low turnouts. But because people got the word out, that was not the case with yesterday's election, because this thing gained widespread national attention and was largely seen as a proxy fight for abortion rights. And so it was reported that you saw an unprecedented number of Ohio voters for an August election. I mean, nearly 3 million people voted in this election, which is so much bigger than the 1.66 million who voted in the state's 2022 primary election. And the margin here was not close, with nearly all the votes
I don't understand this.
struck down by a margin of 57% to 43%.
I'm trying to think in big terms.
Still have to decide the ultimate question of
I don't
whether
care.
abortion rights should be enshrined in the Ohio Constitution this November. But also, it's believed that because Issue 1 has been so inherently connected to the upcoming abortion ballot initiative, pro-choice advocates and Democrats have hailed this as a major victory. Victory that shows once again that American voters, even in conservative states, want to protect abortion rights. And abortion rights are massive mobilizers to get people to turn out at the polls. With the New York Times explaining, Ohio becomes the fourth red state along with Kansas, Kentucky, and Montana to have voted for the abortion rights side of a referendum since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade last summer. But despite voters clearly showing Americans' majority views on abortion, Republican state lawmakers are still working tirelessly to try and restrict access. And notably, Ohio is far from the only state set to vote on this issue this year, with a similar initiative expected to get enough signatures to make the ballot over in Florida. Though very notably there, Florida has already implemented that same law that Ohio just rejected, with 60% of the Florida popular vote being needed to pass a constitutional amendment in the state. Because you know, that is the state of Florida currently. Also, literally just yesterday, while Ohioans were still voting, a coalition of pro-choice groups officially launched a campaign to get abortion on the ballot in Arizona. So those two will probably be the most watched measures moving forward, but there's also other efforts trucking along in Missouri and South Dakota, as well as slower moving attempts in a handful of other states. And then, Americans are having a crackdown effect on the drug business in Mexico right now, with the Mexican Navy now shutting down 23 pharmacies in the Cancun region for selling Adderall, oxycodone, and Percocet to foreigners without prescriptions. And that move coming after a U.S. research report looked at 55 pharmacies and resorts across the region and found that nearly half were ignoring Mexican law and leading the U.S. State Department to issue a travel warning about it. Making matters worse was the fact that many of the drugs were found to have actually been expired, which matters because it can often make medications unstable or react unpredictably. Though the reality of the situation, if you look deeper into it, this is like hardly a tourist area problem. Right? I mean, for example, at the start of the year, researchers from UCLA found that 68% of the pharmacies they visited in northern Mexico sold Xanax, Adderall, and Oxy without a prescription, and that 27% of them sold fake versions of those drugs. And when they were fake, they were often laced with illicit drugs or even fentanyl, which is already easy to overdose on when you know you're taking it, let alone when you have zero idea that's what you're putting in your body. And that leading researchers to warn against buying drugs from places that aren't asking questions. And notably, this is actually just the latest story about Mexico's medical industry often cutting corners to make things cheaper and to attract Americans. Because while many Mexican hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies are completely legit options, it's very important to remember that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And that's where today's daily dive into the news is going to end for you, but friendly reminder.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Damn. There we go. Alright, we just gotta move this up a little bit here. And we gotta close this game out. I don't know how much more we have left, but it's feeling like we already got the top boss, and then now we're in the underground, I think. Oh no, we are in the Sunken Valley. Here we go. Okay. I'm very disoriented right now. I'm usually smoking weed while I play this, but I haven't smoked in a while. There we go. I'm gonna be so much better at this game now. So we're here. Let's just keep exploring. Then we can always turn around. And we're looking for a white flower. Okay. I just came from there, and that's where we're going next. Okay. There's that guy up there. I see him. And then... oh, there's another guy. I knew there would be. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're going up and then down, because down is where I gotta go. That's really good. Okay. Where shall we? That was it? That's it? Really? Okay. I need to do this real quick. I forgot to put the chat up here. Cool. Hi. Okay. There's no tunnel here. And then there's nothing for me to jump down to there. So we'll just come back this way. We just came this way. So now we go down. Nothing there. Good stuff. Then down here. Bro, you think you see me? Come on, bro. Come on. You think you see me? Come on, bro. I didn't see him. I didn't know. I thought that was a something else, not a salamander. I had no idea. Okay, I do have 3 resurrections now, so it's kind of cool. And let's see where. Someone else over here? Yes, there he is. What am I getting? Notifications? Okay, don't need that. Where did he go? Oh! Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't! No! 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 Okay, 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 okay. Okay, this guy's a little stronger than the other guy. Oh, shotgun to the face, dude. That was so stupid. That was so fucking stupid, dude. That was so stupid. What the hell was I thinking, dude? Oh my god, dude, that was so, dude. Oh my, I'm so, I forgot. Okay, that was my first death. Okay, I forgot. I gotta respect these people a little more. Okay. We don't want to go through there. We want to go down. So. Right? Oh, I'm not there yet. Okay. So that guy had a shotgun. That's what that was. Okay, don't go down there. I can go down here though. And then nothing down there. This is different from where I was before. I didn't go this way. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Oh, the salamander got me. No, jump out of that. Don't. And what I want to do here is I want to get these guys, and then I want to do a stealth bomb. There's one guy right here, right? Where's the shotgun guy? That guy there? Well, where's the shotgun guy? He was... Alright, I'm gonna do this right. Do another one just in case. There we go. Oh, there's one guy right there. Oh, I talked to him. What? I think I broke my mouse. Broke my mouse. Fuck, bro. Oh man, whatever. It's not a big deal. I can still use it. Yo, chill. Where am I going? Chill. Oh! Jump! Oh, come on, dude. I keep getting hit by that. No bombs. No! I thought I was gonna be able to hit him with the special. Alright, here we go. Now... we go this way. Okay. Where? Where are they? Oh! What? That's pretty cool. I like the snipers there. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but there we go. All right, jump again. And that was a bad death there. Don't turn your back. There we go. No! Run. Buddha. Oh, what? Oh. Oh, no, I don't like that, dude. Oh, man. I thought he was gonna stop. Oh, this guy's easy. Oh! What? How did it not reset? Oh, I wasn't used to that. I thought it was gonna reset. Ooh, that was close. Oh no! I'm so stupid. Oh, he has a lot of health. Oh, come on, dude. Right to the face? Oh, man. I'm so dumb. So... Oh, fucking God, dude. I took one hit, that's fine. Alright, we made it. Oh, I could have dodged it! Okay. No! Ah, dude, okay, chill. Okay. Oh no. Oh, how ironic! Somewhere a pain cough rungs out continuously. The coughing and wheezing sounds of a man who makes his living dealing in information, yet cannot remove himself from compassion. Owning this item reduces one's chances of receiving unseen aid. Damn, bro. Information broker, CIA type shit we're on right now. Damn, bro. Where is it? Slow, 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 slow. Slow. Bro, what is that? Alright. Wait, did that still hurt me? I think it did. I'm so much worse at this game now that I'm not smoking weed. Fuck, dude. Wait, that interrupted. It should have interrupted. What? Thought the cross would help me. Ouch! Ouch! What? No, that's not a good approach. Oh, it does hurt. See, I thought I was blocking it all the way. Oh, no. Don't get too close. Okay. I thought I was a full block. Damn. Dude, that's a nasty combo. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Well, let me swing, dude. Chill. Oh, I died. Okay, I gotta answer this. Hey, what's going on? Yeah?
What are you playing?
What am I playing?
What game are you playing?
Oh, it's called Sekiro.
Wow. Okay. What was house? We're at Bo's house, but which what Bo done? A new part.
All right, 1 second. Let me stop this stream and I'll take a look at it. 1 second.